stomach just started fucking churning. Oh. Might have been something I ate or something.
Okay, it's probably you're thinking about light rampant.
Maybe.
If you do need to bail or take a break or whatever, just let us know. It's like,
nah,
you know,
I'll stick it out.
This is not worth suffering over. We're suffering enough.
Well, even if I go lay down, I'm just gonna be suffering laying down, so I might as well get some progging.
Fair enough. Enough.
Well, even if I go.
Oh no, he's already here. Hi, Loki. Alrighty. Alright, stream is up and running.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Howdy.
Look, I feel like I have one job here, and I want to make sure I do it.
The other job is to make memes. I feel like that's like the other main one.
I think I did all right today.
Yeah, I like it. It is a good thumbnail.
I'm worried it might attract attention. Usually I sit down and doodle something like an hour before we start, and I'm like, you know, it's just gotta fill a slot. But today, after I finished working, I was like, I feel inspired.
How do you guys feel about the 5-minute breaks every hour versus the 10-minute break after the hour and a half?
I think we're a little less rusty afterward. I will say that my fatigue was hitting hard at the end, but that could also just be that this fight is hard.
Yeah, I was pretty fatigued like the entire last 2 hours of that fight.
I think you refresh better with a longer break, but it also depends on what we're doing and how people are actually feeling when we hit that first hour. Sometimes we need it.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be like I speak for anybody. It should be a call as we get there.
Hey, no one assigned me to. I just took over the role of calling things out, so because I have control issues.
Yeah. That's okay. I don't have any control. My mouth just fucking runs. Bring that.
I can't believe you're still doing the meme password, Koa.
At this point, it has to be.
Does it though? Does it?
He's not even here.
I mean, I think it's easier for people to.
The thing is, it's an easy one for people to guess. Not that.
Yeah, but I mean, who like? Is anyone really just floating in the private duty finder at this point between expansions, trying to like just troll someone?
I mean, don't underestimate how dumb people can be.
That's a fair point.
Hey, how's it going? Hello.
Howdy. Hello.
Hey, you.
Kind of picking up on the conversation in E8, do you think it necessary to assign a flex for the tanks and healers?
No, I don't think that's necessary. I think we just hard assign light parties because we'll be using it both for the ad phase and for all of the Akh-Morn splits during the second phase of the fight. So I think we can just hard assign it.
That makes sense. But then there's also the I think there's the holy mechanic where we're gonna have the spread or stack.
Yeah, I figure we should at least do a couple of polls before we talk about the stuff after Light Rampant, because I'm still not like 100% confident on Light Rampant. Like, I don't think we've actually done it like truly perfect yet.
Nope. Rewatch the VOD. That was not a clean finish.
No, that was a we have very good eye level gear finish. Which honestly isn't like terrible.
Also, rewatch the VOD. You're increasing my view count. I'll be internet famous soon. Just you watch.
You're gonna be making whole tenths of cents soon.
It's amazing, really. The ad revenue from a 3-hour video?
With like 10 views.
Yep. You can't even start making money without 1,000 subscribers, I believe. So YouTube, get on that. Push these videos of raw raid footage, unedited.
We'll be on trending in no time.
Well, actually, day without Twitch is soon. So hey.
Wasn't it supposed to be
today.
today?
Oh, is that tonight? Uh-oh.
I think so.
I sure hope all the 14 streamers don't raid my stream. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Outrage marketing.
No, seriously. They would just embarrass myself on the internet. Okay. Focus. Raid.
Raid. All right. So hi everybody. So I was just saying this, but I think we should just pull and see how well we remember everything. The only things I want to make sure we remember is our puddle / light rampant starting positions. So why don't we just get in the cardinal relative to letter C, just make sure that we all know where we're going. And then let's simulate this is light rampant. If this is a square, what is the movement? We can just literally do the movement right now. So square. Nope. Reset.
Oh, that was it for square.
Yeah, that was the. Yes, that was correct. And then if it is hourglass. All right. Dope. I think we're good. Anyone have anything they want to talk about, or should we just pull?
I definitely wasn't just playing Guilty Gear for 3 hours before this.
I mean, we could talk about that if you want, but I'd say we just pull.
I think so. I lied, it was only 1 hour.
Don't forget your tank stance.
It's part of my opener, I swear.
Gotta weave in that stance. First thing is mitigation. Next will be identify red mirror. Red mirror on D. This is south biased towards red. Next is puddle positions.
Shall freeze.
And it is going to be a BD today. Perfect. Swap. gaze. Now. Next is kick. That is in. Next is light rampant.
Light consume you.
Everyone with 3 in. That was pretty good up until the end. Did everyone with 3 get in?
No, that was my bad.
I didn't know which one I did.
Yeah, I didn't remember until I literally called it out too. Alright, so this is going to be out and then back to mid. And we don't have stack partners yet, so these are actual stacks.
I stacked in all of them.
And this is ad base. So we can just pretty much talk about this, but
Jump off.
yeah, you can just jump off, it doesn't matter.
You don't want to... Oh, it's going to take time. Let's get out of here.
So it looks like we've got light ramping down. Just have to remember to check healers.
Yeah, that was really good. And I think the only person that actually messed up a mechanic prior to that was me. I got bopped by something. So really good job. So let's...
Alright, that's a good start.
Are
I'm
folks ready
so
to
glad.
talk about the pair stacks? Should we go ahead and assign those? Because the way I think we want to do this is I think we want to assign our light parties and then make the pairs out of our light parties. Just that way we're fairly consistent about who we're stacking with on mechanics.
Yeah, if that doesn't affect anything, then I don't see why not.
Okay, so for our light parties, it is as usual 2 DPS, 1 tank, 1 healer. The only thing is that Mary, did you say you were going to be quote unquote melee?
So the catch with that is I don't have any kind of silence or stun.
Yeah.
So technically we should consider both of our ranged for that, because I think their silence works on the thing we need to do.
No,
Does the-
the interrupt the tank. The tank should be interrupting the.
There's
the
two.
earthly one.
There's gonna need to be 2 interrupts, and I wasn't sure how.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's on your side, right? That's on the other side.
So and wait. So
So it
at the
looks like-
beginning.
East side wave 1 has an interrupt and a stun from the melee. Yeah.
So if you put me east side, yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So on one side, at least the one I did, I think was east side. I could interrupt both of them because they spawned far enough apart that my interrupt came off cooldown. So I wouldn't need a range, but I think on the other side they spawn closer together, so you need a range interrupt, or at least a stun.
If we keep it close to the puddle partners, then it's already splits up the 2 range in case there needs to be a second interrupt. So in other words, Lena and Greg will be split apart, 3 and 4, and then I'm with Lena on 3, and then Mary's already with Greg on 4.
It would be as simple as swapping 1 tank, 1 healer to the 2 sides, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we sort of are assigning a flex tank and healer.
Yeah, pretty much. If people don't care, I guess I'll just go east. I guess. And Ezreal,
East
you
is
can
the
go-
other side.
I can do east and west.
As I told you last time, you can always remember west and left because they both have 4 letters.
Wait a minute.
Shenanigans.
Alright, so
I'm here to help.
was east. Okay, so the other thing that we need to do is, if these are our light parties, they are going to be for, like I said, the ad phase. They will also be for Ak Morn. But we also need to split with healer and DPS and tank and DPS for the stacks and determine which intercardinal they're stacking on.
So which of
so-
you guys are the flex healers? Flex tank and flex healer? Who just swapped?
Ezreal just swapped and Gnome just swapped.
So like keeping the idea that you are the flex, so that flexes all. I'm putting a lot of work on Greg. If flexes are the people, they understand that they're the flex and they're going to have to move. Is that easier for people to remember?
Yeah, the flex can just rotate if necessary.
So like,
clockwise.
I'm being a black mage right now, and you need to be ready to check me. I'm just gonna be standing in my spot, and expecting other people to move to me.
Okay. I'll just move to Mary then, I guess.
Like the person who flex just knows they have to swap, and so then Greg knows that because they are the flex, they just have to switch to the other person instead of sharing with me. Greg does not want to do that. Greg needs to tell me I'm being a selfish asshole.
Nope, I'm just not really clear on who I should be staying with.
You would. So you already understand that. Clearly, we did light rampant correctly. So when we get past light rampant, if it's a real stack, the two flex people switch. So instead of being at 4, you would be at 2.
Okay.
And and Gnome would come back to 4, and we would be buddies.
Is there a reason the original puddle partners couldn't just stack together?
Yeah, because the DPS are stacked all together, 2 DPS on each spot, but the stack markers are always on the 4 DPS, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Can we just like line up in those pairs real quick to make sure everyone's clear?
Sure. So.
Because I think since I'm the flex that moved over here, that also means that I moved down here for my partner, right?
Yes.
We're talking about the soak part, not the puddles part, right?
So
Yeah.
normally.
Or like a true stack.
Okay, for a true stack, so I'm here.
And I'm here.
And Greg should be coming to me.
And then Gnome would be my buddy.
Yeah, and the gnome would be at Mary.
Because they are the flex.
Is that a good? Who is tanking at the end of light rampant?
Oh, I am.
So we want you to. We want the. Was that gnome that just spoke?
Yeah.
We just want us to be facing north, right?
What do you mean?
After light rampant, it's.
Doesn't really matter where you face the boss.
It doesn't matter. All right, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll be facing north. Are we doing the uptime strat for the dash where I drag it to the mirror?
That's for Scythe.
Yeah,
and
for Scythe,
yeah. If we do get Scythe, that would be ideal. If you're comfortable with that, it's mostly on the tank to be moving the boss, so that would be great.
Wait, what do I need to do during that then? I wasn't thinking about the uptime strat.
So there's 2 options, right? So if it's Axe, it is the kick for Mirror is determined by the first kick that she does prior to light rampant. It is the opposite. If it is Axe, then we move to the edge of the room and then move to the middle and then spread to our cardinals. But if it is Scythe, there is an uptime strat. Because Scythe will be safe at the mirrors, you start by stacking in the middle and then run to the mirrors. The 4 melee players can all run to the same mirror with the boss and keep wailing on the boss, and then spread just like a couple of feet apart after the AoE goes off.
So it's just to make sure that the 2 tanks and the melee get to keep going.
Yeah.
And so the rest of us just need to be close enough.
So I think it would probably be a better idea to have the more mobile Greg be with Gnome rather than the Black Mage.
Well, so on that strat, you would have range. So healers in range would be on one of the other mirrors. So, it'll be like 2 DPS and 2 healers will be like over here.
Mm-hmm.
So for the stack, it would just be like a healer and a rage, healer and range, and then on the other one would be melee. And I guess we have 3 range.
I can always pretend I'm a melee. I just keep that in my head. I'll just keep Master Caster.
Yeah, and it'll be a little bit easier to spread too, because it'll be more room if we have the spread mechanic.
Just set my macro up for jump to Koa. I have 2 macros. I have the Greg macro and the Koa macro.
Pretty confident I'll be alive at that point.
If all else fails, I'll zoom to a tank, but Aether skating to tanks is a dangerous move.
Does anyone remember? I forget what the name of that mechanic is. That mirror with the kick. Are the mirrors always on the cardinals or always on the intercardinals, or does it swap randomly between the two?
I think it changes, if I remember correctly, or they either go to A or like northwest.
I
usually
do
where
think
go.
it changes. I'd also think that had a lot of time for us, a lot of time for us to figure out where to go.
Yeah, I just think generally you should like go clockwise, but yeah.
So
So like right now, me and Greg are stacked on 2, and if it turns out that we need to be on a cardinal, we can just rotate clockwise to
I gotta
B.
think about content. Gotta make sure I'm creating content. What can I do? I
can
can't
we,
troll them.
summarize all of that real quick, just to make sure I'm not missing anything?
I think all the best I
Yeah.
can do is some
So
stupid emotes.
following Light's
Oh,
rampant,
man.
she will do a kick, either
I don't have any
axe
good
kick
emotes.
where we
All my
move
emotes
out
are
and then
dumb.
move back to the middle, or scythe kick will
Shush.
move to the middle and then spread to
Slash
each
spread.
of the mirrors. During that phase, immediately after the first kick, we are going to be wanting to be in the pairs we are currently standing in.
Best emote.
So,
Alright.
did you know
Oi,
Law just swapped
it's my bread.
sides? Or is that the idea where I was on?
Oh, do you want me to go here? I figured out since I was tanking, I'll be like in the northern part, or in the front, I guess.
Okay, if you're doing that, then we'll just want, like, because we want these to also be our light parties for east-west, that just means you're on the west team.
Okay.
All right, so we for the soaks or the stacks, we always just go to these positions.
So, pretty
think-
much,
Except for the uptime part.
yeah, so if it's Scythe, it gets more complicated. If it is Scythe, then, if they are in intercardinals, right? So there's a mirror on 1, mirror on 2, mirror on 3, mirror on 4. Undercover Gnome and Koa stay at 1, but I think Mary and Wa have to run to 1 as well.
Like
to be able
we just need to make sure that we're separated as a group.
I got
So
you. So it'd be
we
something like this, like a trapezoid.
Yeah, it's always going to be right angles between us, always a 4-sided.
yeah, because you guys would be
for Scythe. Yeah, you're correct.
you guys would be split up, and we just need to make sure that after the ability goes off, we split up, and that's if it's a real stack.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure I understand how the fake stacks work. What is that one?
So the fake stacks are determined by an animation that hovers above Shiva's head. It looks like a halo. If it has 1 orb orbiting it, they are real stacks, which means it's just like a stack mechanic in any other fight. 4 total. If there are 4 orbs orbiting her head, that means it is fake, and that means that while you will initially display stack up markers, you will instead have to spread, because about 1 second before the mechanic goes off, it will be revealed to be an illusion, and it will instead be point-blank AoEs that are surrounding you. And yeah, Lena is correct. There is a subtle circle around the stack-up marker that also indicates that it's fake.
So that's a light spread then? Or like, so what would the uptime strat look like? Because we couldn't have 4 people there, could we?
If you are on uptime strat for Scythe, I think you guys can basically be in melee at the precise cardinals around Shiva, or maybe you have to step back for like a single GCD or something like that. I'm not certain. But you can be relatively close. It's just you can't be like stacked.
Gotcha. So like, it would be kind of the same thing, but like the stacks would be on the outside and the 2 without would be in the middle, just like at the top of the boss, basically. Maybe. Does that make sense?
Everybody will have a spread out, even if they did not initially have a stack marker.
Oh, okay, I got
All of us are gonna get hit with something.
it. Okay, I got it then.
But we've managed to like brute force our way through that mechanic several times now, so I'm not super stressed about it.
But I sure would like to not have damage down.
Yeah.
It hurts more than vulnerability ever could.
And
Alright.
then, how are the light parties determined for the ad phase?
Our current split, left-right, should be this
What else do I
the
have?
split for the light party. So, yeah.
You can
As long
see
as we're
how
just on
I'm
the
paying
like, west or
attention.
east side of the platform, we get chosen for that party.
Precisely. There will be
Absolutely.
2 safe, there's like this weird figure 8 of safe things. It's super obvious once you see it, and it's just like one side goes to one platform, the other side goes to another.
Okay.
All right. We could worry about the precise. I think we should just pull from here and not talk too much about the precise strats for the ads until we actually like get there with everybody alive.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to do the strats if we've only got 3 people.
Yep. So I think we should just pull unless anyone has anything to talk about.
Do it. Get some reps.
Get those reps in. Just think about the viewership I'm losing with that downtime.
Google Analytics isn't going to like that.
Not at all.
Mitigation this. Red mirror on B. Move to south and bias towards red. And across. Next will be puddle positions.
Your blood shall freeze.
So it's going to be north-south. Tank swap.
Nicely done. It's a good uptime, guys.
The light shall usher
Gaze.
in peace.
Now. Next kick.
Impotence.
Out. And light rampant.
Light consume you.
That was my bad. I always had to go through the middle and I just belted straight into a ball. Yeah, we do have to swap from one side or the other. It's still best to go through the middle, right? We just have to be careful.
For
But if you have a ball on you, like if
if
you
you have a
realize,
ball, you start the fight by immediately moving to the pixel underneath Shiva. Then you identify the direction that you are tethered to, and you move orthogonally from there. So if you see your ball is at A, you move from the center of the room
That's
directly
a $1 million
to B.
world.
okay. I guess I've been trying not to
Orthogonally.
stick to the middle because then I'm like, well, what if all of us get tethered and we're all in the middle? Then who knows which ball's
Orthogonally.
attached to who? Or is it? Am I overthinking that? Is there an easier way?
I know
to
what
do
it
I've
it?
literally
means, but
been
I'm like
wiggling
thinking
back and forth with my straight
orthodontically,
keys to
and it
identify
just makes
my
me think
tether.
of teeth.
Okay, I'll try that.
Like,
Yeah, you don't want to stand directly
Fighting
under the
frost,
boss,
right?
just like
Oh.
far enough away where you can tell, but
and
not too far away where you're like can't move to it. And you want to turn off like animations for the other classes too.
Yeah. I have it on limited, but I should probably just turn it off for this one.
Only stoke the fires of conflict.
boom. Boom.
Mitigation. red on B. This is queen green. Puddles.
Your blood shall freeze.
So there's gonna be north south. AC. Pine. Tank swap.
The light shall usher in peace.
Gaze. Now.
Such impudence.
Out. Light rampant.
Light consume you.
Oh shit.
I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
I just zoned out and was like, I've got chains. I did not have chains. So sorry, guys.
It's all good. We'll get it.
We did in the first pull.
That's usually how it goes.
I think we progged this for like weeks and weeks and weeks, and even towards the end, we're about to kill it. We're still wiping on light rampart, so
Yeah, it's
it's
rough.
one of those mechanics.
You would stoke the fires of conflict.
Station. On B. Between greens. Active puddles.
Your blood shall freeze.
This is east west DB. Behind. Behind.
That's another.
Boys. Tank swap.
Lost a little up time, but that's better than dying.
The light shall usher in
Gaze.
peace.
Now. Out.
Impudence.
Light rampant.
Light consume you.
But it's box.
Four.
You can jump off. I got clipped by an extra thing, so I hit 5, which is why a lot of people died.
Mm.
I just have to actually pay attention.
I mean, I got clipped by something extra, but it didn't wipe us because I'm lucky like that.
I'm ready for a chance.
Your
Wasn't a
food may have
save
fallen
engines.
off.
You would stoke the fires of conflict.
Negation. It's on D. South and bias towards red. Next is puddles.
Shall freeze.
It is east-west. E. Res. Run. Fuck.
The light shall usher in peace.
Now.
Oh, I greeted.
Same.
In.
Oh,
Hope you guys don't
this is-
die.
I'm fine. I'm a tank. Tank.
It's
for
just
the person.
damage down.
Alright, light rampant.
Light consume you.
Power's out. 3's in.
Was that right or wrong?
We got it wrong, but I'm not sure how.
I did something wrong. I backed out and still got clipped by Prody, and I wasn't far enough towards the Cardinal, so I couldn't go in and have 5 stacks and kill us all.
This is out, and then back in, and then pairs. Back in.
Darkness, speak up.
Get ready for pairs. And these are real stacks, by the way.
Oh wait, as a tank, I don't even need someone to stack with me.
I've survived that alone as a caster as well, so.
Alright, we can jump up.
I mean, it'd be nice to do it the right way, but
Do we get damage downs for doing it wrong?
You also get a magic bone,
Hmm.
which will probably
No,
kill
the
us during
magic,
the
the magic vuln is just because it's a stack marker, so you can't have all of the stacks be in one spot.
Sure, I got my light
yeah,
rampant
because like
right.
nothing else happens afterwards. You get a magic phone, but it's only 10 seconds.
I lost my
and then she just
uptime during
kinda-
light rampant, but
It's just the
I know what I'm
update, right?
supposed to do with the balls, so now
Yep.
all I really need to do is iron that out
We should
with
probably do it
triple
right.
cast,
Yeah, we
which
should
will be
try
up
and do
just
it
in
right,
time.
because I suspect that it might kill some of us. But yeah, if Who brute force it?
Yeah, I might just say tanks can just run out with it, but
I don't think the tanks are supposed to get it at all. I'm pretty sure it's
Oh.
supposed to be
Yeah.
on. If everyone's
Yeah.
alive, it's supposed to be on DPS. Mitigation.
Oops. No.
On D. Between greens, between greens. Puddles.
Shall freeze.
Mhm.
Going to be DD. Behind.
He almost made me panic.
Scary every time.
Nah.
I'd try to get it right so you can just trust me, but
I
Scary
should've trusted you. You've been right pretty much every time.
Except that one time. That's okay.
Gaze.
I honestly, with how often I'm wrong, I really
Out.
should never get on anyone's case.
Followed by light rampant.
Alright, here we go. Have we learned anything? No. Maybe. I do. We are cleaning it up quite a bit.
I am so dumb. I'm so sorry. This is the third time in a row I've killed people.
No, I killed some people. I haven't gotten to do that yet.
there's a lot of different like iterations of things you can have to deal with it. I'm sure a lot of us just haven't seen like everything.
Yeah. Anyone have anything to talk about, or we just pull again?
I know what I did.
I do too.
I know what you did last summer.
Oh? Do tell.
Are you trail?
Really embarrassing thing is that it's the exact same thing I did the first time I killed people. So I just did it like twice in 3 pulls. It should be try not to pre-pull. Mitigation, by the way.
I really shouldn't waste time mitigating for them. Yeah, I should waste time mitigating for them. I shouldn't. I should.
On B.
Over there. I totally used that wrong. Alright, fighting. I like fighting.
South and by towards red.
Mm-hmm. One of these days, I'm gonna learn how to use Adel correctly, and then they're gonna be so impressed. Like, oh, Mary, I'm so glad we brought you along for that Adel. Otherwise, we all would have died, but for now, our gear takes care of it.
It's AC, by the way.
Oh shit.
Res on Edsel.
There's my damage down. Maybe if I'd addled for them. See, it's on cooldown. It's on cooldown. It's not my fault. It's not my fault things went wrong.
You get. Yeah, thank you.
I wonder if there's something I can addle in this. Let me think. This is the stun. I'm on cooldown anyway.
Out.
This is a kick, so probably not.
And light ran back.
That was not optimal.
Light consume you.
Can addle anything in light rampant? Probably not that much. Oh. Oh no, it's an hourglass.
Out.
Nice.
I got hit by a cleave on the outside.
The
So as
second
a
one-
reminder. Oh, go on.
No, I'll just see which one. Because I also got hit in the first one, but that was I think my mistake.
So as a re-
For what it's worth, I was like right at the edge of the area.
I do think I moved slightly too early, so I might eclipse somebody with the cleave, so...
Remember that with the protean waves, we want to be having them shoot down. The first ones want to be directly intercardinal, and the second ones are also directly intercardinal. So the
DKS,
safe
great.
spots are always going to be on these cardinal lines, and you can recognize them by there's literally lines on this map that we should try and stand on.
Well, I really shouldn't be cracking my knuckles on the mic, too. That's probably one of the most
Yeah.
awful things I could do. Man, I'm a
worries.
monster. Oh, food buff.
Yeah, big mood, Lena. Do pull again?
Yeah.
So did anything specifically kill people during the puddle phase? Or was it just stood something?
For me, it was just stood too far and pushed at me.
Gotcha. Mitigation.
That's a good addle. There you go. Now you're helping the team. Black Mage, you have one raid. You have one raid utility. You gotta use it, man.
On D.
Yep, I knew it.
Between greens. Puddles.
Shall free.
Nobody saw that. I did not just fat finger short cast for no reason.
Gonna be AC.
Stick through.
Will be biting from behind.
Nice. Oh, I'm so glad Koa managed to keep his uptime. Sexy ninja numbers. As only ninjas can.
The
Gaze.
light shall usher in peace.
Out.
Such
Out.
impudence.
This is light rampant.
There we go.
Light consume
Have I learned anything is the real question. I greatly prefer chains.
copy. Alright, so next is going to be stack middle, then go to mirrors with partner.
Go for it.
Yep. So stack middle. Middle first. Alright. Under her boss. Under the boss. Then with partners to correct spots. Spread.
Oh,
Oh, that's the size of the spread.
that's good to
Okay.
know.
Alright.
I'm glad that it gives you a
alright.
little indicator.
Fucking
There
jump
is
up.
not a lot of time to spread out after that first sight.
No, we actually do need to know ahead of time. I just didn't think to look, so I didn't call it.
But hey, how about that light rampant, guys?
Yeah, the light rampant was without question the best we've ever done.
Yeah, I
Great
think
job,
that-
guys.
I was still.
Just to double check what we're stacking. I was
Yeah,
on
I'll cancel. There we go.
I was on G, right? I think, right?
Let's move
F-
to
right?
partner stacks right now, just relative to C.
Is this what we decided?
Is there a? This is the soap partner, or is this the?
Yeah, soak partner.
So
Oh,
someone, yeah, one of the DPS should be up there.
I was
Yeah, Koa
thinking
should-
soap partner.
So,
So we kind of goofed when it came to get under the boss, which I think is what
Yeah,
killed
so
us there.
I was calling out the wrong thing because it was scythed. We should have the tank did the correct thing, moved them directly to the mirror, and me and Greg and Ezreal and Lena should have been out at the mirrors, and Marielle and Wa should have been under the boss for
Okay.
uptime strats.
so yeah, I just have to remember. I immediately went to like whoever was as far like
Mhm.
southeast as
I
possible.
think most of us were panicking at the fact that we
Yeah.
actually did light rampant correctly and
Yeah.
weren't really fully focused.
All right, so
Uh,
uptime strat means I just go to mirror, right?
Correct. Good job, Gnome, for being the only one that knew what he was doing.
Well, yeah, it's not fair because I've done this already, so.
I mean, I tried to
man.
come give Gnome a hug instead because I was like, under the boss, not under the boss, where am I going? And then it was like, but this isn't a stack, and then I died.
Alright.
And this time I hugged the Wa. Unless it's different. I can do it.
Mitigation.
Just in time.
South and bias red. Next is puddles as you can.
Your blood shall freeze.
So there's going to be DD. Correct. It's a front.
No.
No worries. Positionals are the most evil mechanic in the game.
The light shall usher in.
Days. Now.
Such impudence.
So the mechanic after this is going to be scythe. So the uptime strats after light rampant.
consume you.
Rip the chains.
Give me both hands.
Power's out. Three's in. Oof.
Ooh.
No. Damn, it is really hard to die as a tank.
This was my first time with 3. I didn't get to go in.
Yeah. That's why I know, because I got to be inside again, and I was like, no, I wanted to do the thing.
Talk about, or should we just pull?
I think we're at the point where, like, everyone knows when they fuck up kind of thing, you know?
We know what we're
Yep.
supposed to do. We just have to do it.
Big mood. What do you guys think? Is chains harder or is balls harder?
Balls.
Balls.
I agree. The chains were way more confusing at the start, but once we got the bow tie thing, it's like way easier.
I think it's whatever I've been getting. I've been getting a lot of the words.
Makes sense. It's true, we've probably only done it maybe, like, we've only done it, like, okay, maybe 10 times, so it's actually not that many reps. Mitigation.
Yes. Look at that, Adel. I'm a champion.
It is on B. Queen green. Queen greens.
That wasn't optimal at all.
Next is puddles.
Your blood shall freeze.
Will be A.
Also not optimal, but good enough.
Behind. What's up?
Good enough. Good enough.
The light shall usher in peace.
Gaze. Now.
Such
In.
impudence.
Under. So after light rampant will be downtime strat, so do not go to mirrors after light rampant.
Light consume you.
Breathe in. I believe. Hell yeah. Oh. Law was just out of it, I think.
Oh, wait, really?
Alright, so this is going to be out and then in. We have no healers, but go ahead and do it for practice. Out. Then in.
That's like
This
really
is
out.
Fake. Fake, so spread. Spread, spread. Great, you guys can jump off. I didn't quite catch that, Ko. What was that?
I'm trying to remember if I waited to absorb my ball or if that's the reason I died.
You want to make sure that you bait Protean as an absolute priority so you don't clip anybody else. So it doesn't
Right.
matter whether you've gotten the little ball already or not. The order of operations is irrelevant.
Right.
Unless you just weren't healed. That is also possible. I think I'm going to move my mitigation. Does anyone know how long into the fight Light Rampant is?
Like 2 minutes,
Long.
15 seconds or so.
Okay, so I will try and get my mitigation up during Light Rampant, and that gets...
Yeah, long enough for
30
me to have an
rounds.
addle again.
Yeah.
What I've been doing during that is making sure I have my mana ward available if I have to eat both the Protean Wave and the bubble. It's not that I can't survive both, but it sure makes me feel better. So I don't
I'll
know
try
what...
to do a better job about keeping people like topped during Light Rampant, because I do know that I'm focused so much on movement that a lot of people get really low.
The last one was also on me because I ate one of the cones.
Ah, that'll do it. They're so delicious looking.
Oh, that was early. Oh. I have enough time, it's just tighter.
Alright, mitigation.
Yeah. Cut that way too tight. Cut that really tight too. Jeez,
Set up
man.
B.
What's wrong with me?
This is south
favorite.
by red. Puddles.
Just enough time for this fair.
Your blood shall freeze.
AC. Diving, so take front. And take one.
Shit.
Look at this anyone on that spire. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not a good time.
You got it.
Oh wait, no, we've got this.
I'll just swift cast this lair. Look away.
That's a rotation, right?
Goes out. Use end.
Hey, dog.
Not clean, but we did it.
Okay, so this is not uptime strat. As on Ezreal. This is middle of the room strat.
Impudence.
So,
Middle.
Done. Speak up.
And these are real soaks.
Ooh yeah. Oh.
Okay, good, yeah. I mean, I lived. I call that a win. So no, I wasn't really paying attention. Did I need to? Did I do something wrong?
No, I
Question.
did something wrong. I just didn't have my tank stance when I provoked.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that's my bad.
Does anyone know why a cone went down the middle?
Yeah, I
think-
saw that.
I think, Greg, you were waiting at a cardinal before moving to an inner cardinal to bait out one of the Protean waves.
Yep, I was trying to be clever and run through mid, and I ended up being the closest person and triggered a Protean.
Well, I think the orb needs to be Protean, but or I might be misunderstood. I might have not seen who the correct person.
No, I had an orb, so I should not have been the person to
Yeah,
take the Protean.
my Protean didn't go off, even though I was in my chain spot. It did mean that I got to be 3 again. So
enough.
hey, thanks for doing that for me. This is my first time being in the middle.
I'm trying to figure out why I died. I'm pretty sure I only had 3 stacks, so I went in the middle. I don't think I was that low because I didn't eat any excessive mechanics before that.
I think either because one person messed up and the math on this is extremely tight, so I think there just weren't enough 3-stack people, and so it just blew up.
Because we all got damage down, which means we did something wrong.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that we could have possibly done wrong is the final tower. Like, that would have resulted in everyone getting hit.
Yeah, I think it was only 3 people inside of it.
Yeah.
If we do it correctly, everyone should have 4 stacks at the end, so...
Nope.
Yeah.
So glad I gave Sprint a keybind.
Your food should have fallen off if you are eating at the same time as me.
My food lasts for 40 minutes.
I think we will go until the half hour and then take a 10-minute break rather than the 2 shorter breaks that we did last time, unless people disagree.
What?
You would stoke the fires of conflict.
Investigation?
That's what they'll call me. So mad that Thundercloud came out right then.
It's on B. This is south and bias. Next is soaks, puddles, things.
Shall freeze.
This is AC.
Oh.
If I got defrozen, what does that mean I did wrong?
It means I didn't Asuna you right. I cast it, I must have like ran and canceled it or something.
Okay, but nobody's dead. Yet. A little selfish, but better at tanks DPS than ours.
Dazed. Now, timing on that is so that I cancel my cast every single time. Out.
Black Mage threats.
Light consume you.
That was out. Freeze in.
Ooh, oh.
What happened? We were perfect.
Oh, one of the orbs got popped.
Oh yeah, so the orbs have splash damage, so you have to be careful of that.
Since it's really tight to have to pop them, I guess the response should probably fall on the people who are in the towers, I guess, to not make sure they're far enough away from the orb. Is that the way to do that, or was it worth it for people with the orbs chasing them to just pause and be like, "Oh wait, is anyone near me?"
I have that I might have contributed to that. I have 2 quick questions to clarify. After the second round of cleaves, the orbs can be popped immediately, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I forgot my second question. It'll come back to me.
So something you could do is you just have to be closer, the closest 4 to bait the protein. So you could like stand here because the people with chains are standing like out here. So you can like stand here and pop your ball at the same time and still bait the proteon. You don't have to stand like super close to the boss.
I would, yeah. You do be sure to stand on
Or
the
here.
intercardinal.
Yeah, here, not here. Sorry, my bad. Not here, but like on this side.
Right here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because the people with that had chains are going to be like on the C and A markers.
Yeah. And someone mentioned that that the tower people probably could move out a little further, as in move further towards the cardinal markers, just so that there's less chance of the orbs accidentally splashing them.
Yeah, it's probably just a matter of like while you're in the second tower, just look around for any orbs near you. Make sure that you hightail it away from them as soon as you can, just in case. Back towards your marker, like C or whatever, but then also away from an orb.
Spell speed.
Push out.
Alright. That was way too early. Yeah, that was way too early. It's still gonna hit though. Sure, I'll take the spear. I don't care what card you give me as long as you give me a card.
Mitigation.
That was... Worked out.
It's on D. Queen greens.
Not fast enough.
Puddle time.
Shall free.
That's alright.
Oh, it's on A and C, I didn't say. Behind.
Made up DPS better than anything else.
The light shall usher in
A's.
peace.
In, under.
That's
Greg, you got so lucky.
It's skill.
It might actually have been. Alright, mitigation, whatever you can for this, 'cause this part hurts.
I guess I'm chains today.
That was out. Three's in. And the two. Alright, my res on Greg. Alright, so this is going to be the out then in strat.
Oh yeah. Sorry, the bad boss positioning.
In, now find your partner. These are going to be fake. Red. Okay. Ad phase, boys. So, go to the correct side. First
Let's
time we've
go.
ever gotten here with everybody.
What side?
Okay, so I will be calling out who needs to do tethers. The first will be the healers, followed by the ranged, followed by the tank, followed by the melee. But I will be calling them out as they happen. And there's big AoE damage after each wave, by the way, so heads up.
I want to switch.
So healers first tether. Next is ranged tethers. Ranged tethers. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Next is tank tethers. Tank tethers. My res on Greg. Tank tethers.
These can be slow. I don't think you know
Last is melee tethers. Wow, I really need to be in
that. Oh, please. Okay, my bad.
Oh, this is bad. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Well,
we
I,
got
well, I
stuck
took
in.
down the tether.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna live. So the first thing that is going to happen is a cutscene. So we have lots of time to talk about this. Or do you guys want to watch the cutscene? I don't care.
What's next?
Yeah, let's talk about what's next.
So next is Akmorn. Akmorn is a mechanic where we need to stand in our light parties on either side. So it's a stack of 4 people, and they cannot mix. There will be a total of 3 hits. So we'll have each light party just stand still for 1, 2, 3, and then at the end of the 3rd hit, everyone moves under the boss for a shared 8-person stack. So we will be on the west and east sides as per your light party split for Akmorn. Following that will be a wing mechanic, where there's a bunch of mirrors and stuff, and we can talk
Oh,
about
wow.
it if you guys live.
I don't think I can show this on
you
YouTube.
will with the number of people we have, but give it a try.
That attitude.
All right, so try and stand in your light parties on the relative sides of the party.
Dude, the music is slapping. It's happening. We got here.
Did it flip?
Goodbye.
2, 3, mid.
Morn.
Res on Greg. Okay, we're doing wings. Okay. So, listen up. You are going to be standing in a specific quadrant and then rotating either clockwise or counterclockwise. I will attempt to identify it. I will probably fail because I haven't seen it before. Watch her wings. Okay. We're going to be going counterclockwise, and we are starting in 1. Nope, I was wrong. Now to 1. 1.
Oh.
Oh man, I'm completely wrong.
So it's.
Okay, I cannot remember what's next. Did anyone understand that to be able to explain it?
Worm's Lament.
Okay, Wyrm's Lament, we are probably going to die, so everyone is going to get a red or a blue debuff with a specific timer. And the reds are going to go blow up the dragon head that is currently spawning on the north. The one with the lowest is 14 seconds. You just go touch it right now, followed by the blue with 20 seconds.
Oh, so it's red, blue, red, blue? Okay.
So the red always walks into the dragon head, and the blue always walks into the puddle that drops afterwards.
Oh, wait, there were 2 dragon heads, weren't there? Or was there 1?
No, there's only one.
There's 1 for the first round, and there's 2 if it comes up again.
Okay, do they get smaller? Because that one looks smaller when I saw it.
They get smaller every time we touch it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, is that true?
Kind of like the white ball thing.
Okay, this is going to be a slide, so you can stop moving.
Wait!
Alright.
Nice.
You can't. The dancer must not moving.
Dude, big YouTube.
Dancer must dance.
We got ridiculously
Exactly.
far.
Oh no, I might
Okay,
have
so
to start potting.
I super fucked up the calls on the wing thing. Did anyone have like a better understanding of it than I did, or should I just like watch the VOD and try and figure it out?
I understand how it works. I don't know if I understand it well enough to be able to call it out real time.
So okay, let
I
me
can
just
explain it now if you'd like.
sure talk about it.
So she's gonna do basically 2 half circle AoEs at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever wing is glowing is going to be coming directly from her, so you want to get opposite that side. And then the blue mirror is going to also copy her attack. So like if you're looking at her and if you're looking at the blue mirror, it's the same attack coming out. I don't really get the clockwise counterclockwise part. I just kind of was reading it as it happens because it goes blue, green, red in terms of which mirrors activate.
So the way you can tell the clockwise counterclockwise, I just have it on a sticky note next to me. The north is always green, and the west and east flip blue and red. And so I have only one note on this sticky note that to me, which just says west blue clockwise. So we were correct on. I think we were correct on the clockwise rotation during that. So basically, you look to D, and if D is blue, you go clockwise, and if D is red, you go counterclockwise. I just fucked up what location you were supposed to be in.
Okay. I think
Oh,
maybe.
Because it's going to be a 90-degree swath that is safe, and it's going to rotate 90 degrees each time.
I think, and I don't know how everyone wants to do this, but like for the call out, I think I can identify which like quadrant is going to be safe, but like my brain isn't fully wrapped around whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise. So like maybe if we make that one call and if everyone can identify the quadrant, or if you can do both, I guess. But just trying to see what's easier for you.
Yeah, if you spot the quadrant, just talk over me. Like, just make Jin shut up. Just if you know what you're doing, go for it.
So the knowing if it's clockwise or counterclockwise just depends on where the blue and red portals spawn.
Just the blue.
Correct. Yeah, it's
Just the blue.
specifically if the blue is on the west, then it's clockwise. If there's no blue on the west, then it's counterclockwise.
Yeah, I think all my brain power is going to be dedicated to like, okay, there's the blue. Where do I stand?
Okay, I will do my best to do clockwise, counterclockwise, and you can call out where the safe spot is. And between the two of us, our power combined, we will be one competent raider.
Oh man. Oh, wait, so I guess it would be like 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? Those are the safe spots. That's what I can call.
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
All right. Man, I'm probably gonna get us killed, man. I feel bad for volunteering.
I will try and call it out if I can pick it up quickly too.
Yeah, I don't think
All
it's anything wrong if we all say 4 at the same time. And if there's that one guy who says 3 or something, we could.
Yeah,
all
what
modify
happens if all of you say a different number?
it. We die.
Free for all.
Pick whoever you like the most.
Oh no, you guys are gonna know that I've been playing favorites the whole time.
You have not been subtle about that. You've been talking about Greg and just simping for him the whole time.
He's my buddy.
I mean,
Mummy.
Okay,
This better not awaken something in me.
do we want to pull again or should we take the break early?
So we got 10 minutes till break.
Let's
Alright,
get
let's
one
pull.
more. Extend everything.
You just don't see bards often enough. Like, you can't... It's just so exciting to see a good bard.
You would stoke the fires of conflict.
Communication.
Yeah, no worries. You're all safe. Not optimal, but better than getting... Oh, I should be learning the optimal more.
Red is on D. This is south by towards red. Next is puddles.
Your blood shall freeze.
going to be BD.
No, no, I used that early. It's okay. Look out.
Front.
Just enough time. Yep. I picked up the DPS later on.
Just... I was an idiot. Under. You and me, Lena.
Look at us pros.
We're good at this game.
You guys are peeping toms.
Alright, rampant.
Here we go. Oh no, I've got balls this time. Oh, shit. Don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up.
I think this is very wrong. Oh no.
What just happened?
No. I thought
Wow.
it was a box, but then everyone was moving. I'm like, oh, maybe it's not a box. And then I realized, oh, it is a box. And then we were dead.
Yeah, couldn't tell what
I-
shape that was.
Yeah.
Two
I think I
people.
might have just moved too early and put it into a shape we've never seen before.
Yeah,
It was a new shape.
3, and I assumed it was me and Lena. So I just assumed it was the flex. I moved straight to 4, and maybe
That's
that.
fine. That poll was awful, so it doesn't matter. It was
Oh, it
awful
was-
for me, which means it's awful for everyone by default.
No, it was perfect. I've actually never had a better pull. Dude, I did everything perfectly. Everything lined up. Oh, it felt so good.
My opinion is the only one that matters. I'm the
True,
one that
actually.
keeps
How did that
talking.
happen?
I'm glad you understand the power dynamic here.
Oh yeah.
Mitigation.
Ah. They're fine. Not just that I forgot. Hmm.
Red is on D. It's between greens. Between greens. Greg like understands like the pixel perfect correct spot to stand in every time.
He's such a flexer.
Shall freeze.
So it is going to be on D and
This time I need to save triple.
I might be wrong. No, no.
behind.
The light shall usher in peace.
Out, which means it'll be uptime strats after, during the mirror phase. Uptime mirror. Light rampant.
Light consume you.
Oh no, I moved too early. I hope I didn't kill anybody.
Three's in. I heard someone hit 5 stacks.
That was me, sorry.
No worries. Was it you standing in something or someone moving into
No, I was trying to move my orb and got hit by Protean.
Gotcha. Alright, I think we have time for one more pull. And then we'll take a break.
Out of curiosity, hey Gnome, what's your item level?
523.
Okay. Thank you.
Not that that should matter for those. Well, I mean, it matters in terms of he's getting hit a little harder than most of us. Well, not even the rest of us, because I think some of us are down there too. But we should... I mean, what were they clearing this with back when it came out? 490? Ugh. Imagine 490 here. Ew.
Red on B. South bias towards red. Rolls.
Shall freeze.
There's going to be you are crushing it remembering that.
Thank you.
The light shall usher in peace.
Phase attack. Out. Out. So there's going to be uptime mirror strats. Uptime mirror strats. Next is light rampant. Whatever mitigation you can, try to have it.
Light consume you.
Hourglass.
Oh, switch.
My bad.
No worries. I think we'll take a break here. We'll
That'd
be
be
back
wise.
at 9:40. Go ahead and leave the instance. Repair your gear. Marielle, Mary, what's your usual go-to thing we need to do?
You all need to hydrate. Make sure you have some kind of protein in your snack. And also, do a few stretches. Hand stretches are good for you. Eye stretches are actually good for you. They're a little bit silly and you're going to feel weird, but like rotating your eyes in a clockwise then counterclockwise direction is helpful.
You heard our mother. See you guys in 10 minutes.
How many reps do I do?
About 5.
Okay.
Much less
Slowly. got it, but all it takes is one little dink in freaking light rampant, and we're down. It's pretty frustrating. We can only brute force it though so far. If we can get to the part where we need the 3s to get in the middle, we can survive that with cooldowns. That's still real rough. Let's go a little stuck on the end phase. Bad phase. So it's that's what it is. We need to stun the Aqueous to get it to slow down, I bet. Just beating it up is just super hard. Yep. And then we'll need to know Worm's Lament afterwards. See what your timer is. And you just need to know. That's really crazy. Ooh. This stuff is just gonna start ripping us apart at the end. I really hope we can get through. Look at Worm's Lament. That's gonna take a lot of coordination. Like, we can do it, I just know we've kind of created this 3-day time limit. I'm okay making it 4 days, but if some people are tired, I can't really blame them. I haven't really checked over people's gear. I really don't think that's the problem here, though. We should all be more than geared enough for this. Even brute force-wise. If I would stop dropping Thundercloud procs, that would probably help. Getting better, though. The optimization is really, really clean for the first chunk now, which I really like. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. I just think it might take us more than 3 days. It's not not a question of when, or it's not a question of can, it's a question of when. Alright. Oh no, you're still watching. Fuck you. I have no control over my inner monologue outside of mute, so when I'm streaming, you get like all of the shit that just spews out of my mouth while I'm doing a think. It's like I warn them every time. Like, if you want to watch the VOD, that's cool, but you're gonna hear all this stupid shit in my head. Yeah. Oh, it's on YouTube. I'm probably not allowed to swear. Dun, dun. Always gotta pause for the twinning. Boy.
Alrighty then.
Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed.
Oh, I'm starting to think he's not a real Irishman.
Alright. I don't know if anyone has anything to talk about.
Just double check your food and yeah.
Markers?
Markers?
Oh shit. Yeah, hang on. I got it.
What, you don't have it memorized?
Well, I have them saved. I just forgot to put it out.
We would stoke the fires of comfort.
Mitigation. B is red. Quick the greens. Next puddles.
Now free.
Oh,
It's
no.
gonna be AC. Behind.
Tight.
I didn't get hit, so it's okay.
That is
Hmm.
such a delightful tweet. So happy. Next is gaze attack.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's in that.
Thunder. Alright, so next is Light Rampant. As a reminder for after Light's Rampant, that is going to be Axe Pick next. It'll be out then.
Light consume you.
Breathe in.
Holy shit.
Clean, guys.
Good job.
Alright, so this is going to be Axe Pick with mirrors. So we will be partners. Find your partner spot, and then we'll be going out.
Impudence.
And these are face. They're going to spread. My res.
Forgot not to
Right
put
side.
her downstairs.
Alright, I'm just going to go to the other side because I resed you on the wrong side.
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Alright, so healers on tether. Healer on tether. I think the healers are on the wrong sides, but whatever. next is ranged DPS. Ranged DPS. God, damage.
I guess I'm ranged this time. Sorry.
Next is tanks. Last will be melee DPS. Melee DPS. Should be the only one without any debuffs.
Yeah, all we're losing here is the sorry, all we're losing is the DPS buff if we don't get 0.
Okay, so next is Morn. Ezreal and I, we really ought to swap just for memory's sake, because we are on the wrong sides, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's swap them and we can move. But we are staying stacked in our light parties for 3 hits, followed by being under the boss for the 4th shared hit.
Second on west and east.
Correct. Following that will be the wing part. As a reminder, if the west portal, that is the D portal, is blue, we go clockwise. If it is not blue, we go counterclockwise.
Avert thine eyes. Too lewd for YouTube.
We shall never be parted again.
I don't like the bobblehead Felger. It's really weird. Alright, healer switch. By the way, you can pot again if you pot into this. And mid. Okay, next, identify red or blue on E.
The 21 goes first? Oh, no, I'm skipping in here.
So this is going to be turning clockwise. Call out this first safe place.
Right is bad.
3. Okay, and then we should be going clockwise, or I'm an idiot. Okay. So, next is the debuff part. If you are the red debuff, the first person is 14, and the first blue is 20. So, do your best eyeballing it. Okay. First red. How does this thing
Yeah, you're right behind me,
It spawns in the north to start by A, and it's moving counterclockwise.
So for the record, ideally the reds hit them directly on the cardinals, but I fucked it up.
And this
I
damage
ran
down
straight
hurts.
through it and didn't pop it, but
Grant me strength.
Okay, so this is ice. Don't move. Don't. Oh.
Yeah, we won't move.
Shatter.
That
so
may do damage based on how many people failed their debuff thing. So.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you please.
So on that one, make sure you look at the cast of the boss, and I've done it a ton of times, so it's like really easy for me. But so if you have the first one, just run behind the tank, and like as soon as it spawns, you pop it, and then wait for the cast. If you're like number 2, for example, you wait for her to finish the cast, and then you run to it. And then again, if you're the third, wait for her cast to finish after the second person gets it, and then you get yours. So you're not hit by the AoE, because you get hit by the dragon and the AoE, you're just dead, because it's too much damage. Because both will do damage to you, like soaking it and then getting hit by the AoE.
Can you say that one more time? The order of when red.
Yeah, so you have it like second. So if you have like and you'll know. So if you have like 38 seconds on yours, you're number 4. So it's whatever number it is minus 1.
Hmm.
I have a table of
that's
it
kinda-
in. There's a table of it in
Yeah.
E8S. It is the 3rd image from the bottom. It's called Worm's
Yeah, yeah.
Lament.
Yeah. So okay, there we go. Oh,
Oh, just
Nice
jump.
job, buddy.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna stand.
Didn't like the
Hit
way she
me.
was looking at him, you know?
so yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
guess
not
if
enough.
you have the red, if you're red, and it's role dependent too. So red, so tanks and healers always get red, and then DPS always get blue.
That's actually good to know.
Did
And
not know
then-
that either.
Yeah. So and then once if you pop a dragon,
Información
that's where
importante.
the DPS have to soak. So wherever the tank or
Right.
healer pops it, there's like a little pool that the DPS have to get. But again, you have to do it in between the casts. So as soon as the cast finish, that's when you run out. So like watch the cast bar of the boss, and you should have enough time to get it.
Is there kind of a consistent system? I thought that's what you were saying, where
Yeah.
like,
So
blue for the cast, red will pick up after the cast, or it's kind of just
yeah.
like-
So I know at least for a tank. So let's say I have number 2. Number 1 gets it, and then she'll cast her AOE, and then as soon as she finishes, I'll run out to the right or wherever it is, pop it, and then run back in, and then she'll finish her cast, and then the next person goes out and gets it. So people are getting it after each cast, so it's gonna be DPS getting it and a tank or healer getting it after each cast. So it's gonna be like 2 people going out at the same time.
okay.
So like one person should be getting a dragon, and then one DPS should be getting a soak.
Right. I'm just kind of trying to clarify on the timing, because I think what you're saying is it kind of make it a little easy for me. So the tanker healer, which is red, will get it while it's casting, and then once it's finished casting, then
No, you get it at the same time.
Yeah, I think both people should run out after the cast bar, because if you're out on that part of the stage when the cast bar finishes, you're going to get hit by that AoE.
Yeah, so you should be like, so if you look at the initial timer, so number 1 is
14.
yeah, 14 and 20. So as soon as the person pops it, you can like the first person should be getting hold on, I'm trying to remember how we did it,
Think
because I
it's
never did a
supposed-
CPS.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the
Mm.
the first blue is getting the soak at the same time that the second red is getting the soak. Then the second DPS is at the same time as the second red, because I think they do splash damage around you, so you can't just have it be. It can't be the first of both at the exact same time.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's staggered. The first one goes out by themselves, and the last one goes out by themselves.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right.
Oh,
And
okay.
like I said, the timing does seem to work out so that the reds hit almost directly on the Cardinals, but we'll see.
Okay, that kind of helps knowing when to go out.
So, and
I wish I had more health.
yeah, the reds
gotta
only go
fix
on the
this.
healers and the tanks, right? Is that what it was?
Yep.
So that means
Yeah.
one healer and one tank won't do it each time?
I'm not wearing anything
Like
wrong,
one
am I?
healer and one tank won't get a buff, I mean?
No,
No,
everyone's
everybody
getting
gets
a
a
buff.
Oh, okay, so we do this 4 times than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, tanks and healers can get 14, 22, 30, or 38.
Okay.
That determines your order.
Where's my
I have it on a
health
sticky
feel
note
so
next to me,
low?
but we can't call that out. So it is going to have to be the kind of thing where if you have like
Mhm.
a minute or two, grab a sticky note, write down these orders just so you can look at it and not have to think about it.
We can keep it up in the chat or in the study.
Yeah, I keep
if
it
you
on my
have-
other
if you have
monitor.
2 monitors, if you rich people have 2 monitors.
Not to flex too much, but I have 3.
Yeah, what kind of poor person only has 2 monitors in this day and age?
My third one is the
Right.
tablet that I use for drawing.
14, 22, 30, 38. Got it.
Oh, and then soaking the dragons can get it's a little wonky, honestly. So there's been several times where I just like ran into it and didn't do anything. So What I try to do is run like a little bit ahead of it and like run into it.
Yeah, the hitbox is always
But-
like at the tip of its nose, right?
Yeah.
It's
a
it's
little
that
weird.
and the server ticks together.
Yeah.
Believe me,
Alright.
I know server ticks. Okay.
Shall we pull again?
Yeah.
Let's shall. Gamer position, stand
So
forward.
it always goes tank healer, regular.
Let's find out.
At least this graphic says so, so I hope so, because that's what I'm giving this.
Oh shit, that was early. Oh, well. What's a couple seconds less of ley lines?
But I don't know if we had. Did we have everyone alive? I'm not sure. Mitigation, by the way.
I got that right at least. Must have gotten lucky with some crits.
D is red.
These are
Clean
better.
greens. Clean greens. Puddles.
Your blood shall freeze.
Oh, it's BD, by the way. High res. Behind.
I don't know what hit me there, but I didn't have damage down, so I'll figure it out later. Rewatch.
I need a shirt.
Next
The
gaze.
last shall usher in peace.
Now.
That's way too early on that guess.
Out. Alright. Light rampant.
Light consume you.
Got the chains. Power's out. I am an idiot.
Oh, so am I.
Alright, whoever has to reach and try and get in, but yeah, so that's what happens when I just walk into an orb like a dolt. So this is going to be uptime strats.
Impudence. Darkness, be gone.
Oh, okay, so we have time to, okay. So we hug the mirror, even if it's a spread, and then we just immediately spread out in the division.
Yes. We need to. Oh, let's jump. Let's jump so we don't have to sit through all that. We have plenty of time. We hug. All four of us hug each other. Once that goes off, then we get the heck out. Like, ew, gross. I realized he has cooties.
Worth noting, the tank went to the wrong marker for their for the mirror. You, I believe, are supposed to be at 1, or if it's cardinal, you rotate clockwise to A. But you were at
Okay.
2, which is why I think I left Greg to die. So.
Okay, I got this. So yeah,
My
one
baby.
or A.
I'll try not to walk into orbs.
I think I got hit by a Protean too, but I'm not sure because it didn't look like it messed with my debuffs. But I could have swore I was in.
There's like
Alright.
so much happens so quickly that it's so hard to tell whether like, did you fuck up or did I fuck up?
It's always
You would stoke the fires of conflict.
Mitigation.
Didn't get that part right.
That is on B. Green, between greens. And puddles.
Your blood shall freeze.
So it's going to be BD. Times. I don't know how you're remembering that every time.
Literal 5 hit.
Gaze.
The light
It's taking
shall
everything I
usher
have.
peace.
Out. So this will be uptime strats for mirrors.
So freaking brave.
Light rampant.
Light consume you.
Powers out. Three's in. Dash yeah. Next one. High res. It's gonna be uptime strat mirrors.
Get under the box.
We're way far out.
Speak up.
These are real stacks. Real stacks. Hard resing the healer.
three dead.
Yeah,
Haven't
it's
rushed
gonna be really rough, but
I think we should
Don't-
probably just wipe, right?
yeah, might as well.
Tranquility must be restored
Oh, no.
to the land.
Okay. Your body floats in weird positions. If you die down
You can just sit in the bleed on the edge of the room.
So when you say uptime strat, that's specifically for sidekick. We'll pull to the mirror and just stand underneath, and then deal with banish.
Correct. So uptime mirrors is the scythe kick, and that is at either 1 or A. That will be the melee people, which is the 2 tanks, Koa, and whoever is the other person. And then the other pairs are still at their respective mirrors.
Mhm.
Basically, the melee have it easy for that one. They just sit there.
Yeah, and if you're stacking with me, and I think you are, just stand on top of me, cause I'm just, cause I was like looking for you. I didn't even know where you're gonna stand, but yeah, just to make things easier, if we have the stack mechanic, just stand on top of me.
You're still gonna be staying by the mirror.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be stanking the boss. I'm not gonna move, so you just like come over to me.
Alright.
Only if we have to stack. If we have a spread, then just like I'm probably just gonna stand there because I have.
Oh, yeah.
If I move, I'm just gonna probably kill somebody, so I'll probably just stand there so everybody just like move to different cardinal directions, I guess.
I'll adjust. Regardless. For the pairs.
Do we assign portals? Like which mirror we go to?
Yeah, we should have moved to your assigned buddies.
Okay, because I ran to mine and I was all alone, so I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if I was going to the right one or the wrong one.
Who is rumbling?
So the current orientation we're at should be the intercardinals,
ASMR.
like if C is the middle of the room. So Koa and Gnome should be at the 1 or A portal. Myself, Jin, and Greg should be at the 2 or B portal. Wa and Mary should be at 4 or C portal.
Oh, we're gonna be up in here.
Depending on the strat.
It depends on the strat. Because
yeah.
if you are Axe, then you are going to be in those cardinals.
Well, if it's axe, I'm just gonna run the hell away. But yeah.
But you still need to be able to stack, and you are going to be stacking on those intercardinals.
I run the hell away in this direction.
Yeah. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
And if it's cardinals, then we would just rotate clockwise, right?
Yeah, so you, Lena, you should pretty much, because you're not doing the melee uptime strat, for Scythe Kick, you will be under Shiva, and then you will go to either D or 3, which depending on whether it's cardinal or intercardinal.
Okay, thank you.
And when it's axe, so that's we go out, then we go to the center, then we go out again to whatever mirror. Or wait.
Yeah, you will go precisely. You'll go out to the edges of the room, anywhere on the edge of the room, doesn't matter. Then we run to the middle to avoid the mirror cleaves, and then you move to your intercardinals to soak, or we spread.
Gotcha.
Everyone good?
Good enough.
Yeah.
Here we can go.
Let's say as I press the wrong button. Red is D. This is south, biased towards red. Puddles?
Your blood shall freeze.
Oops.
This would be BD.
So that's not the top tier play you're expecting.
The light shall usher
Gaze.
in peace.
Now,
I don't believe that.
under.
Oh well. Well, I'm
Try
dead.
and rescue Mary. It doesn't work. Alright.
Nope. Stun keeps me right here.
Alright, next is Light Rampant.
Light consume you.
Use what mitigation you can.
2-3 switch.
Fuck, I'm dumb. I don't know if I killed anyone, but
Power's out. And 3's in. Okay, we can keep going. So this is going to be out in.
I'm gonna hold the raise for a second.
In. Go to your cardinal spots. These are real soaks. Oh, they're fake. Huh. Apparently I can't count. Okay, my parties. Cross, Lena. Cross. Cross.
This side, this side.
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Ugh, so scuffed. That's okay.
Okay, healers will be the first tether. Interrupt that. Okay. Next will be range DPS heals. Tethers. Range DPS tethers. Tanks. Tanks. Sorry, didn't call it. That's what happens when we hit 100.
sorry, I scuffed changed their mind blank because I've been doing orbs for so much. I was like, oh no. And then it
So,
just-
I would recommend, so each of us have a specific duty sequence of events in the ad phase. There is a picture I took cobbling together all of the different waves for both west side and east side, and each of us have a specific thing. So you should have just like 4 instructions of, like each person should have a very precise instruction of prioritization. So I say we take like 2-3 minutes and just make sure we all read, like just read them and find your job and just try and memorize it.
The main thing that would help for West is if we can get more stuns of Aqueous, because it can be stunned. And my stun won't be back up for the second one. But the first one I can usually drop by myself, but the second one I need that second stun.
Yeah, I can stun. I can help you stun the second one. And I can solo the first Earthen on mine, so I wouldn't worry about the first Earthen. I don't know about the second one though.
I can solo mine too. I'm having trouble like identifying which one is the earthen at first. Do they spawn a certain way, or do I just have to open my eyes?
They do have
Yeah.
a specific spawn location. I just didn't bother to take pictures of it.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you'll memorize where they spawn, so it's gonna be like, you know where they're gonna be at, and you're just gonna be able to identify them quickly. But yeah, it just takes time and seeing it a few times.
Okay.
But on your side, that's the one I did when I progged, and you should be able to solo both of them. Because I
Okay.
don't have that much health. As long as you interrupt them, though, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I just have to like identify it faster so I can get there in time to interrupt, because I'm just dumb and like I'm on the opposite side of the room every time.
It's almost a little frustrating not having a stun of my own.
You have
just
like
to be able to
nameplates
help.
on, or enemy nameplates.
Yeah,
I'm
just
just
guess
all
done,
DPS.
The coloring is kind of hard too. I think
Like even
names
if I
are
switched to
white
red
and
though, it wouldn't
background's
help
kinda
them
like
that
red.
much.
yeah,
Like
everything's
raises
really
aren't
bright.
really our issue.
You can
most of the
change
time.
the color of things. Like,
Besides,
I know
if
I
I'm the
have a
one
lot
who's
of
dead, it doesn't really help
colors
if I'm the
changed on
red
mine to
mage.
make things more like contrasting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
useless
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something worth doing now, but just for the
Yeah.
future.
I'm gonna throw up a ready check for when you guys feel ready. If you're still reading stuff, no problem.
We've been over
Alright.
this. I don't even know how to read.
I also know that a lot of people are dying in the ad phase just because I am not healing like enough. Apparently, I need to do like no damage that phase. It's crazy. Mitigation. That is D. South bias towards red. And puddles.
I'll freeze.
So it is AC this time.
The light shall usher in peace.
Ooh, I'm lagging a little bit.
Ow.
Such impudence.
Out. Greg, I think you're actually safe.
Yep, I got
Maybe.
everything.
Light rampant.
Okay, looks like I'm back.
Light consume
Close one.
Mitigation as you can.
I caught a cleave.
Car's out.
My bad. I skipped a mechanic. Wow,
Are
I
people
got-
getting caught in cleaves? Do folks know, is it because we are misplacing the cleaves, or is it because you are running into the cleaves?
I don't know for mine.
North?
The first? Was it the
North?
first? Go on.
I think North looked good was all I was gonna say. In terms of where they're placed.
So I had an orb and I went to my intercardinal position, but the cleave didn't go to me.
Yeah, no, that
That's
was
probably
I was being dumb. I was like, oh, I have 3 stacks. So I ran in the middle like, oh, this is too soon. My bad.
Okay, all good.
Oh,
I mean-
and you should be able to pop your orb before you go in for the soak. You literally, as soon as you get to your spot, like for me, I came over here, I ran here and just didn't move, and waited for the orb to get small, and I just popped it right away and then moved in. So
Kind of talked about that last.
yeah.
Like,
You don't have to keep dragging the orb. I usually just do
Yeah.
anyway because I think that way.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't really matter when you pop it, as long as it's like
as long as
twice as
nobody's
small.
next to you.
Yeah.
yeah, as soon as it's small, you just pop it immediately and you just go in, so you're not like maybe clipping somebody or like having to worry about it after you soak the protein or protein.
Alright.
I had some smart comment, but now it's gone. It's just as well. It's a little grating if I do that through the whole raid. Oops. Oh well. We go slow.
You would stoke the fires of conflict.
Negation.
Yeah.
On B.
Shatter.
Between the greens. And puddles.
Your blood shall free.
It is B and B. Behind.
Thunderstone.
The light shall usher in.
Gaze. Now.
Such impudence.
Out. Gonna be uptime strats for after light rampant.
Light consume you.
Mitigate as you can. Perfect chains. That was out. Whoa.
Oh. No, that I would be close enough to A.
Let's just jump off rather than trying to res a bajillion people.
And that was a little bit of like there was a very small sliver at A that for a safe spot, which I guess we could spread the Proteans out a little bit, but I was also just in a terrible position.
What do you mean safe spot at A? A should be very safe.
I'm at the the Proteans just happened to be slightly closer, so that it was just a very narrow safe spot. So I mean, I still would have gotten hit either way, but it's just I guess if there's anything, making sure we're directly on the inner cardinals, I guess.
Yeah, I like if you are very confident with your movement and you can pop your orb prior to the Protean, that's fine. But
No, I think
the
we're talking about the first Protean.
That was the second one. But
The second one hit you at A?
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't at A. I was at a bad spot, but I was looking at it and the place
Yeah,
where I should be sitting was extremely small
same.
comparatively.
So what I noticed is that, so I was chains last time, and after the second Protean, or no, right before it, where chains run back
Yeah.
to safe spot, there were still people with orbs who were still on their cardinal. So make sure you're running to your intercardinal right after the first Protean wave. You can do it and go get in position, just so you make sure you're not clipping people with your cones.
Yeah, that's really good advice.
Yeah, like you don't need to like wait on your cardinal for like 5 years. You can go right after the first cone.
All right.
You would stoke
does that happen?
Mitigation. Red on D. Between the greens, between the greens. Puddles.
Your blood shall freeze.
It is AC. Fine.
The light shall usher in
Gaze
peace.
attack. Now.
Here we go.
In. Under. And light rampant.
Light consume you.
Mitigate as you can. Getting really lucky with the chains. Oh, come on. Out. We didn't have anybody at the 2 inner cardinal.
What
Hmm.
happened at the Pomar?
Oh, that's what I
I,
was gonna say.
like,
I remember.
I was
Bring it
close
up in
to an
just a
orb,
second.
and I didn't think I was gonna pop it, and it popped, but I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that mechanic is just ass, but you know,
So,
we are so much better than we were yesterday. So
when just for
I'll cancel.
yeah, just to remember when. However we can pull. Yeah. If at any point we're sitting here scratching our heads like, oh gee, I have no idea what to do. The VOD is not only being made, you can actually go to the stream itself and just back up. So if at any point we're like completely brain dead, please, the tool is available.
Does anyone feel like they are making systematic mistakes? Like something in the system that we're doing that is like jank enough that we're getting bopped by it? Or is it just like minor movement problems that are just compounding?
For me, I think it's just a matter of like going from chains to ball and just like, forgetting very small details and be like, oh damn, why did I do that?
Yes, that's understandable.
Okay. And I think it's just more hours in this fight is all we need.
Yeah.
What's really exciting is that we get to do that mechanic again later in the fight, only different. Mitigation. Puddle time.
Shall free.
PD, by the way.
The light shall usher in peace.
Phase attack. Now. Out. Light rampant.
Light consume you.
Mitigation as you can. Okay. Power's out.
Oh,
Yeah, wow, you just blew me up.
it's like, oh, I'll get this out of the way before they. And then it's like, oh, wait, yeah. In that situation, I guess I just wait for you guys to walk right now. I go to my inner cardinal. I guess I just wait for the orb to reach me.
Yeah, you just go to the inner cardinal. I mean, like I said, if you are very confident with your movement, you're certain you're not going to get anyone in the explosion, then and you have time to get to the inner cardinal, you can pop your ball early. But there's never a reason to.
Yeah,
It is
you're
much
right.
easier to dodge a ball when it's directly in front of you than it is to predict whether a player is about to run in and try and pop it.
Yeah. I shouldn't be trying to read minds. You're right.
All right. Any other comments, or we good?
I mean, the reason he can't read my mind is there's nothing going through it.
We would stoke the fires of conflict.
Is anyone else getting really sick of these first couple of mechanics?
They're comfy, they're my happy place. Because I know them.
Alright, red is on D.
Shatter.
This is south bias towards red. Puddles.
Shall freeze.
So
It is AC.
I have no idea which one it is.
Neither do I. Okay, get front. Front. How dare you not be perfect?
I'm trying to divert more brain power to lights rampant, and now I'm fucking up that. I'm sorry.
Next is gaze attack.
The light shall usher in peace.
Now.
Such impudence.
Out. Light rampant.
Light consume you.
Chain luck is amazing. Out. Breathe in, breathe in. Someone hit 5, but we're okay. So this should be uptime strats, I think?
Alright. Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. Okay. Your stack, buddy. These are real stacks. Okay. I died because I suck at this game and stood in the bad, but otherwise, really good job.
Yeah, that's coming up.
That was a bad time to drop ley lines. I completely forgot there's an ad phase.
Oh god. Will I get across in time? Alright.
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Sometimes I wish I had rescue.
Earthen. Is it like...
First is healers.
Oh no! I popped on my cooldowns for that. I can solo it, by the way.
Next is ranged. Ranged. Next is tank. Tank.
Sorry, we had a death on my side and I suck.
No worries. I think I stood in 3 separate mechanics prior to the ad phase, so no biggie.
The ideal thing for the east side there is that I should be able to solo the Earthen, you guys should be able to nuke the aqueous. I think I know which side the Earthen spawns on now. I keep running the opposite side.
Mitigation.
I did that wrong. We're calling that raid. Fatigue. I am tired. I can't believe I did that.
Red is on E. That's out. Next is puddles.
Shall freeze.
So it is DB.
Oh,
The light shall usher in
It's X. Now. Under. Light rampant.
should be a box.
I think I broke the chain because I moved in a little bit to avoid the orb.
Yeah, and I was too slow to recognize which orb I had. Alright.
Oh yeah, we
Alright.
are definitely at the 20
Keep
minutes.
going.
Yep.
I know I'm fading, but we should just get in a few more reps before we call it.
Fading. You didn't see what my DPS was in that. Watch the VOD. When you rewatch that, you're gonna be so disappointed. That pull in particular was just absolute garbo. Oh man. No self-respecting Black Mage drops Eno Chan in the opener. But I guess they know I don't have any self-respect.
Mitigation. Ready D. Between the greens. Huddle's next.
Your blood shall freeze.
BD. That's a nice one.
I don't even know what killed me there.
So are those.
The light
Next
shall
gaze.
usher in peace.
Now. Under. And light rampant.
Light consume you.
Mitigate as you can. Perfect chains. Towers out. Breeze, get ready. Breeze in. Anyone know what happened?
I don't know. I got a damage down buff and I don't know why.
Somebody must have hit 5.
Yeah, I think someone hit 5.
Which means probably, well, if someone got hit by an orb, they would have known it, right? So I think we're putting them.
It was me. That was my bad. I sloppy dashed into a cone.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, I got 15 minutes left, so we'll keep going.
Are you potting, by the way, Gnome? I'm preparing myself to. Okay.
Do you want to do a cloud deck extreme to get a better weapon later?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'll run that with you guys. I'm not gonna fight 20 right now.
You mean you don't want to just spend absolute hours doing the relic grind?
I'm slowly chipping away at it.
Oh, Mary, what happened, bud?
Well, I did my opener, and I took aggro.
Oh god, Black Mage buddy!
Deep's too big.
It's on B, by the way, between greens. Puddles.
Your blood shall freeze.
And make sure to never deeps again.
It is BC. BB.
The light shall usher in
Gaze
peace.
attack. Now.
Full slide cast.
Out. Put mitigation you can. Bias towards later in Light Rampant, like starting mitigation now, but the first hit isn't that bad.
That'll work. Oh, it's
Someone got 5.
Is like an extra person just running to the middle right?
I will
Yeah.
res Koa. I have no idea which tick this is.
It's
Uptime.
uptime.
The uptime tick. Okay.
Red.
Fake. Okay, I'm gonna try and hard res.
I mean, my DPS is abysmal, but I'm still here.
I don't think we're gonna make it. Yeah, probably not. I will be on the wrong side because the healers must be res on my
Be
side.
restored to the land.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, we are down a person. So Koa, I will try and get you up soonish, but no problem. Healer is first. Healer is first, Kevin. Sorry, it's ranged for a second. Followed by tank. Followed by whatever's left. I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
I'm just done.
Sorry guys, my brain is completely dead. I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, just so you know, the tether does have a little AoE around it when it hits you.
Just learned that.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
So, I'll try and stay awake. So, Akmorn is next. Healers, we're going to switch again because we keep living through this by being on the wrong sides. These are stacks, a sequence of 3 stacks. The moment we can move, our 2 healers will swap sides. After 3 hits, we go to the middle. For the next mechanic, it is the portal on the west. If west portal, D, is blue, we go clockwise. Otherwise, we go counterclockwise. D,
long
blue,
last.
clock.
We are reunited.
wasn't totally paying attention.
I'm amazed we lived through that,
Man,
by the way.
oh my god, I'm way more tired than I should be.
We shall
Maybe
never
we do the
be
2
parted
breaks. I don't know.
again.
We'll
Alright, healers.
leave that on the
switch
table.
sides. Corn hits. After 3, we go in mid. 1, 2, 3, mid. Next, we watch D. We'll be going counterclockwise. Identify safe spot. I think it's 4.
It's either 4 or 2.
It's 4.
It was not 4. I just got bopped.
I think it's 3.
Now 4, and then now 2.
Man.
Oh, or not.
Or maybe we don't know.
Yeah. I know where to look for the blue, but then I'm like, wait, is it going to the left or right?
And we don't have enough people alive to do this, right?
Just keep going. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have both a red and a blue, right?
Yeah, no, we're not.
No.
Well, maybe like a single person will live and we'll be able to like at least talk about the next mechanic. But I sort of doubt it.
We just gotta healer LB3 at the right time.
Oh yeah, I'll just do it after this mechanic is done.
Make sure you don't have any debuffs on you.
Couldn't climb.
Okay, this is ice. Do not move. Oh,
Oh, it doesn't let us do that.
Yeah, the
it doesn't
dragon-
let us.
The dragon was like, no. Sit back down.
Alright guys, that was
Wow.
a good pull. I actually think maybe we should stop for the night just before we because that was a good point to end on, like rather than have the next pull be like sloppy and have us
Yeah,
just
I think
end
we
on a
should-
down note.
Because that was clean.
We should talk about the thing though. So like, so if will the first hollowed whatever hit the blue mirror on one side and then it comes out the other side? Is that how that works?
So the way it works is it is basically pretend each mirror is another Shiva looking to the center of the room, and it goes blue, green, red. So if she has her left wing extended, then the blue is looking into the middle and its left side is dangerous. And then subsequently the red will have its left side extended. And subsequently, it was green, then red, left side extended. So it's basically like just transpose models of Shiva looking to the middle around the edge of the room.
So basically, look at Shiva, don't stand on her glowy side. Look at the blue mirror, don't stand on the glowy side. And that should tell you which quadrant, right?
Unfortunately, the mirror does not have a glow to indicate it. You
Right.
have to like transpose it in your mind, and I'm just incapable of it.
Yeah.
I can do that better now. That makes more sense.
Okay. Yeah, I can. And I mean, we've got plenty of tomorrow to reread this, rewatch it.
Yep.
We got past ad phase.
We did. We've made good progress. We are way cleaner at light rampant. I know we're like still dying like half the time, but it's just a hard mechanic.
So I'd like to double check maybe at the end of the day tomorrow if we are, depending on how close we are, if we are still feeling like we want to move on or if we want to nail it. But
Yeah, let's check back in tomorrow. Like Koa, you can make the final call. But
because my brain goes back and forth on it when we get really close, and I'm like, we can do it, and then I get discouraged.
Yeah,
So,
which feels good.
we still have several pretty hard. That It is probably. I would guess we probably have like another 4 days of this. That would be my guess, because we have a couple of really nasty mechanics immediately after the ice. There's an okay mechanic, but then there's a series of knockback mirrors, and we haven't even talked about it yet, but there's 2 strats, the intended strat and the cheese strat. And both are awful in their own unique ways. And I think that'll be a point where like every single pull will be losing people. And so I don't know. Let's see how we're feeling tomorrow at the end of it. But yeah.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Alright guys. I'm gonna like immediately just like walk 3 feet into my bed and sleep. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
You have a good night.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.
Later.
Alright.
I am, if Gnome's, I think Gnome was the one who offered. Yeah, I should really do Diamond Weapon. I wasn't even
Yeah.
sure if I was going to raid for the rest of Shadowbringers or not until I randomly got this static invite. Then I said, well, okay, time to get gearing again.
Yeah, I've cleared it multiple times, so I can. If you haven't done it, I can kind of walk you through it. We can do like